there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya, Titanium Built, for those of you who are new to my channel, and welcome. Also, welcome back to all my peeps that join me weekly. You're all so amazing. I tell you that all the time. Here on my channel, we talk a little bit about everything, including and not limited to trauma from loss, injury, or accident. And I'm also branching out to do some true crime, which is what we're doing today, reviews, and a little life vlog. If this is something you're interested in, then please hit that subscribe button to grow my channel a little bit, the bell icon to be alerted to all the new content that I post, and mark your calendars because every Tuesday at 2 p.m. I come on for an instant premiere, and we talk a little bit in the live chat, and it's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I come back on at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time the same night to do a live open chat with you guys. And I answer all the questions that we couldn't get to maybe throughout the week that were in the comment section. I am not an MD, but I have personal accounts of all these injuries and the traumas that I talk about. And if I miss anything, please just drop that in the comments. I also do a lot of research for these topics. So if I miss anything, like I said, make sure that you do help me out and correct me. If you would like to help my channel grow, you could do so by either donating to our PayPal or our Cash App. And our Cash App and our PayPal name is Titanium Built. And you can always email me with any questions or comments or concerns that you have at titaniumbuiltboo@gmail.com. So let's just go on and let's just start with the story today. Today is going to be a true crime story, actually. So it's a little different than what we normally talk about on my channel, but I feel really passionately about this, and I really wanted to just come on and tell this girl's story. And if you like what I tell, then maybe I can start, doing true crime and start with her story. So this is going to be about KielyRodni. If you haven't heard of her yet, she's been all over the press, and I'm going to tell you as much information as I know about her right now. KielyRodni is a 16-year-old who hadn't been seen since she went to a party at a campground in Tahoe National Park. She went missing on August 5th, 6th. Her family resides in Truckee, California, where she was born and raised. Kiely was at a party, like I said, in the Tahoe National Forest Park with around 300 to 400 other people. The party was a senior send-off party. But there was also other students there from other grades. You know how that goes. If you're from any kind of part of this country, I feel like you've been to a party similar to this, maybe when you were in high school. And if you haven't, then you didn't grow up where I grew up, because we had one of these all the time. This is still a mystery, so I'm going to tell you how the story goes so far and what we know so far. There are a ton of creators doing content on this, and I just want to bring more awareness and my own opinion to the table, really. Because I have so many things going on around YouTube that are just untrue or are out of left field, and I just can't really stand to sit by and be quiet much longer on the topic. Basically, KielyRodni was supposed to be going home after this party that she had attended. She was supposed to be home, I think, around 12:30 that evening. She had texted her mother around 11:30, telling her that she was going to be home in about 45 minutes. Which that's crazy to me, because if that was my mom would have made sure that I called her on the phone. There would have been no texting involved in that. She wouldn't even know what to do. She'd be like, you better call me, just so she could hear my voice, make sure that I was really okay. That's just how my mom is. That's just my mom, though. Anyways, the last person to see her at this party, according to partygoers and her friends, was Sammy, which is supposed to be like her best friend. But she never made it home that night. The next morning, they had teams of police officers and volunteers, and also the family, navigated to search for Kiely. They searched the reservoirs nearby in the woods. They had drones in the air, and I think they counted around 19,000 man-hours on foot, with dive teams in the water to check for her vehicle. Her vehicle was a 2013 Honda CR-V. That was missing along with her and her phone. Seeing how her vehicle, was missing, and her phone was missing, and her person was missing, social media sprung into action. We sprung into action right away. We all came together, and by efforts, they had a dive team come in and check where her phone last pinged, because it was near Prosser Lake, which is the campgrounds where she was last seen. So basically what happened was social media was in a uproar. YouTube was like, what? We know this place. We know these people. They are AWP. They're adventures adventures with purpose. They do this. They come out. They pull cars out of lakes. They find people. They find cars. They find things in water. So they were already on another case, but through the efforts of people on social media, they got them to come and search for Kiely. AWP, like I said, which is Adventures with Purpose, is a dive team that recovers lost vehicles and items or persons in the water, like I just said. They are nonprofit, and they came in, and within 35 minutes, they found Kiely and her vehicle in Prosser Lake. I haven't Prosser Lake. I'm saying that right. Sorry, guys. Within 35 minutes, they found her. She was located in the back of the cargo hatch of the car, in which the diver, when he came up out of the water, he said, "It looks suspicious." Another diver named Doug Bishop said 2 windows were open and down, and that it doesn't make sense that she would crawl over through back seats past those 2 broken windows to the back hatch like that. After the dive team that found the car came up and found the car and told police officers right immediately, and FBI and all of these different agencies that are working this case, they told them immediately to back up and not touch the vehicle any longer. So that was what they did. AWP they stepped back, even though they're trained to pull vehicles out of the water. They said, "Hey, okay, we're out of our league here." They stepped back. They let the police go ahead and do their job into retrieving and recovering her vehicle. The night she disappeared, Kiely's phone was last active near the reservoir after she texted her mother to say she was heading back to Truckee, California. Authorities searched Prosser Lake on August 9th and August 10th, where they ended up finding her 2 weeks later in Prosser Lake. The Nevada sheriff said they're not going to make any announcements until November 1st. This made the internet go crazy. I mean, batshit crazy. I mean, nuts. Let me try to explain why. Let me try to explain so it makes a little bit of sense, because it doesn't make a lot of sense right now. After retrieving her vehicle from the water, and remember, AWP had to stand back and let the police retrieve the car because that's what the police told them to do. So they left the vehicle and everyone left the scene. Well, YouTuber by the name of Check It TV went out to the reservoir, and with his little canoe, he ended up finding Kiely's personal belongings, including her MacBook computer that looked like it had fallen out of the vehicle when it had flipped. When they were turning it over, the police were turning the vehicle over on its wheels to pull it out of the creek or out of the reservoir. It literally fell out of the window. They didn't even send a dive team in to apparently make sure that they retrieved all of the property out of the vehicle when they flipped it over, knowing that it had 2 open windows. Think about that. You know? So, having her laptop could be key because it's a MacBook and it's hooked up to her cell phone, which can give you pictures, videos, text messages, and a plethora of evidence that the cops would need if they don't have her cell phone right now. When Check It TV called the police to tell them that they had found it, he had found this stuff. He had found her brush, he found her MacBook, he found some chargers, I believe. He found a few different things, but the MacBook being the biggest. They acted like it wasn't a big deal, and they didn't even want to come try to retrieve it, making the internet in more of an uproar right now. We're not going to get any answers from the police until November 1st about the case. AWP has a lot more information. They said that they've only given us 10% of the videos that they have, and Check It TV also says he has more video that he won't release until the police say it's okay. But with all that said, there are a lot of YouTube creators that will not rest on this. Like, they just will not rest. They literally need to go rest. They need to go to sleep. They need to go take a nap. They need to recharge. I love these creators, but they need to recharge. We have creator Zavgirl doing 8 to 10 hour lives, talking about old interviews. We have 2 interviews to work with, like literally for the whole case. And she's just going through them all, like over and over again. Take a nap, take a seat, go to sleep. I think she's a smart girl, but I think she needs to go take a nap. I think her brain needs to relax for a day and 2 days, 4 days, 4. She needs 4. Come back in 4. The same goes for Tyler Feller. I think that's his name, Feller. I feel like he's piggybacking off of Zavgirl to get interviews with people like AWP, and he's not making any sense either. Like, if you want to, I'm going to link these guys so you can check them out if you want to hit subscribe. Then you got 𝕤𝕝𝕜𝕝𝕜 and tonydodge. That's a whole other topic, but if you don't know what's going on, it has a lot to do with the story now and how, I can't say certain words, CP and 𝕤𝕠𝕟𝕒𝕒, can't say that either, so I'm going to spell it out, are now involved in the story. This was all brought out by Ryanupchurch and the creeksquad, and those people are a whole other story too. Like, really, they're a whole other story too. If you like, I can go over all of that in another YouTube video. Just let me know. I don't mind. If you don't know what's going on with that yet, look it up because it's important to the whole story now. The only person I've seen that's done good coverage and non-biased coverage on the story is 10 to Life personnel, Annalise. She had an interview with AWP. She just talked about the facts, and she's only released a couple videos about the topic because there's no new news. As much as his content creators, these content creators, want to make up new news, there isn't any. They just want to make it up. They want to make up new news. There's no new news as of right now. They all just need to take a break and take a nap and just go do that. Just take a break, take a nap, recharge, spend some time with your loved ones, your kids, do something productive. Really. As a YouTube creator myself, we are going to be looked at in a whole new light after this story. And right now we're on the good side of things. We really are. We've found this MacBook. We got AWP to come here. We found evidence that's going to help solve the case. Us coming together to get her found, because if not, she might not have been found. She probably wouldn't have been found. If we wouldn't have all came together and got AWP out there to look for her, she may not have been found. We are doing really good things right now to make us look really good. But if we keep making up stuff and making a narrative that's not correct and playing telephone, this case is never going to be solved. And justice is never going to be served for Kiely. And poor Kiely, that's the person remember, she's the one that died, not tonydodge, not 𝕤𝕝𝕜𝕝𝕜. They'll get themselves in trouble. They're dumb enough in due time. I feel like people are doing this for followers and comments and fame, and that's all I have on the story, for now. I let out a lot. I left out a lot, so I can tell the full story. If you'd like me to tell more of it in another video, I can definitely do that. I need you guys though to comment below if you want me to make the video. I don't want to make it if you guys don't want to see it. But I can go into more detail about the case and what's going on, because she has a lot of friends that are acting very, very shady, and there's a lot of the case covers that I didn't really get to tell you guys, but I wanted to just get the story out there and let you guys know what's going on. And if you would like for me to make another video, please leave a comment and I can do so. I truly have never been so immersed in a case, and I really feel like I really hope the truth comes out, and I really hope, and I feel like it will come out, but we got to start pulling together as content creators and just as human beings. And, the people that are acting dumb as shit, like hopefully they'll weed themselves out. People aren't going to listen to that. But if you are putting the narrative and if you're making your own narrative, like, don't, just, if you guys are true crime channels, follow the facts, follow the story, follow the evidence. That's what we're supposed to do, right? So this is my first true crime tape video, so please don't be too harsh on me, but please comment below if you'd like for me to do another video on this. I can really do, like, a video part 1 on what happened the first, first half and then maybe like a part 2. That way you guys will get a full story of what's going on with Kiely and, KielyRodni. And they found her and she's passed, and that's terrible, but we got to find justice for her because she was 16 years old. Her mother's a little strange. I mean, she's a hippie. That's fine. I love hippies. I'm a hippie myself. But she may seem like she's not sad at sometimes, or she's a little off. But that could just be a mother grieving. Unless you're a mother that's has been grieving a child, then we can't really judge her until all the facts come out. So that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for staying till the end if you made it to the end. And if you did, please hit that subscribe button and the like little finger there, the thumbs up, and leave me a comment and let me know if you'd like for me to make more content like this, and I can. And I will see you guys in my next video.